What's happening, y'all? Good morning. DJ Durham Major back with another update from 919 News, informing you about what's going on in your local area, abroad, and also stuff that could affect us in the near future, man. We're going to go ahead and run it real quick. Two big updates we got to focus on today. One is a hurricane situation. Hurricane who? Not Hurricane Chris, not Hurricane Baby, but Hurricane Jose. The sneaky little ass that could pull up any day and bring drama our way. We got to watch Jose, so I'm going to show you them tracks in a second. Also, we're going to talk about this murder that happened over the weekend in Chicago. I know some of y'all probably like, man, the murder in Chicago, that's not even new. Murders happen every day in Chicago. I know that's the saddest part about it. The murder rate in Chicago is so high, man. It's like the only place I know that's worse than Durham, but definitely this murder needs to be talked about because like I say, man, if bad things happen and nobody pays attention to it, then nothing gets done about it. But first we're going to go ahead and get into this hurricane situation. As you know, the hurricanes have been literally flooding the news and media industry over the past couple of days, if not weeks. You got flooding right here in Houston, Texas. People trying to reel back from Hurricane Harvey still. Hurricane Harvey just dropped record rainfall amounts down in Texas. In fact, to this very day, you got people who cannot make it home due to the record flooding that's blocking their way. Also, you got these people right here on the left side trying to wade through the water like they're going to church or something like that. Car on the right side that's immobilized. You got a truck on the top of the hill. You got people in the top left corner over there trying to figure out what they're going to do. People over there in the right corner with that white truck as well. They're trying to figure out what's going on. There's people over here, man, you got to say what is going on because this lady, she got her hand on the bridge. She easily could be walking across that thing and nobody have to get wet right now. Just use it as a natural bridge, left and right, pit and pat in front of the other. Just go ahead and make it across one by one. Got this guy right here in the swim trunks, lifting up his swim trunks, but they made it get wet. I don't understand that. Next photo. We got another image of some of the damage from Hurricane Harvey, man. You can see trucks sticking out to the right. Got two cars to the right sticking up. You got one in the middle right here. You got a John Deere to the left. Probably won't be able to work with that again. The buildings just look so mangled up and devastated. You got cinder blocks on the ground thrown around in places they shouldn't be. So much going on in this photo. This one photo give you an idea how bad this storm was. Going to the next image, you got a flooded street right here. Look like you can ride a boat down the middle of the street. One thing you got to be aware of, with the lights on in the middle of that street, you know this water is very conductive. Once that electricity touches that water, it's going to go all throughout that water. So you do run the risk of getting electrocuted if you enter this water. Got one more shot, aerial view of Hurricane Harvey. See, they're completely devastated and made a catastrophe out of that area right there. So please send them to help them out with disaster relief if you can. But my advice is to do your research first because there are some scams out there that will take advantage of you and your money and the situation that's going on. Going to the next photo. One thing that we don't got to worry about no more is Hurricane Katia. She was over with faster than the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight. We ain't got to worry about Katia no more. But one thing that's not over with that people wish it was is Hurricane Irma. Irma. You so indecisive, you split up into two different parts, man. One part is going to help steer Hurricane Jose probably to the East Coast. Other part is probably going to send more rain down to Texas. So we're going to have to watch Irma. I'm going to show you them updates in a second. But first, we're going to focus on some more of the damage that Irma has caused, man. You see some of the trees getting whiplash, like shipping containers being blown around. You got water to the hood of that person's car. You know it's going to be definitely a costly storm. You also got this photo right here. A lot of stuff going on in this photo too. You see a tree all mangled up. You got a photo outside of the house. That's the first thing I see wrong with it. You also got a roof bent up off the top of the house. Several roofs bent up off the top of their houses, man. It's going to take a lot to repair that as well. Also got another image right here. Look like a beautiful place, but everything has been tossed around and so messed up. We're going to have to do a lot of cleanup efforts in this area. It's going to be a lot to bounce back from, but I know y'all can do it. Y'all strong people. Y'all can come back from this. Going to the next image, another aerial view, you can see a lot of flooding going on in this area. This is Florida right here, man. One thing you have to be aware about is the Zika virus. I know a lot of y'all remember the Zika virus going on. With all this water, it's going to spawn a lot of mosquitoes. So could we see an uprising of Zika virus in areas like Texas, Louisiana, Florida, places like that, you know, the places that had the Zika virus to begin with? Could we see more outbreaks of the Zika virus because of all this rain that we had? That's the question. But you got to be careful, man. You know we got snakes and alligators down here. You don't want to get bit by a snake or an alligator just trying to go to your neighbor's house to deliver some sugar or something like that. So be careful walking around this flooded water. Now we're going to Hurricane Jose, the sneaky little essay that could pull up any day and bring drama our way. We got to watch Jose because this track looks so all over the place. Really the whole east coast of North Carolina and South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, they're all in jeopardy right now because they just don't know which way this hurricane is going to take. In the next couple of days, we'll have a better idea. But right now, we're just going to say it's going to go out, make a U-turn eventually, come back out and stall out by the Bahamas somewhere, eventually make its way up towards the northeast coast. I'll show you that in a second, man. But Jose's a sneaky little essay that could pull up any day and bring drama our way, man. We got to watch him. As soon as Irma moving out, he's going to try to move back in. And this is Hurricane Irma right here. Like I told you, Irma's kind of pushing Jose down towards the south. Going to keep Jose actually in warmer water and help benefit it and getting stronger. So I'm going to have to watch what Irma does, see exactly where Irma goes. If it's going to help Irma, if it's going to help Jose, get pushed down and eventually move its way up towards the Florida Peninsula. I'm going to go ahead and show you the video real quick. I'll show you the still shot so you can see exactly how this hurricane moves and how Irma is going to affect this hurricane. See Jose right there in the middle, blue dot. Irma's over North Carolina. This is basically Irma. She kind of got tied into this jet stream right now, but it's still considered Irma technically. Jose is moving kind of towards the Bahamas now. Look like it got a little weaker then. As the smaller the dot gets, the weaker the storm gets. Keep that in mind. Coming back up towards North Carolina, basically South Carolina, lifting up, going north now. And you can see Irma still acting like some type of glove over Hurricane Jose and not letting Hurricane Jose go beyond that certain point. If that wasn't here, Hurricane Jose would have been going up there a long time ago. But since that's here, keeping Jose pressed down, we have to worry about Jose shooting towards the North Carolina, South Carolina coast, possibly the Florida Peninsula. But it looks like it's going to hit somewhere in the Washington, D.C. area. Let me keep playing this video so you know exactly what happens. Jose keeps moving. It's kind of right by South Carolina now. And actually, you can see another system of pressure forming now. Actually, a little jet stream, a flow of air that's going to be helping push Jose up as well. See? You see those arrows? That mean the air is going in that direction. Alright, one more model I want to show you guys about Hurricane Jose. You can see today is the 13th, so this is where the hurricane is at currently, man. I'm going to go ahead and advance it to the 14th. Like I said, Hurricane Jose, man, he must be going off this advance side or something because he just keeps going around in circles. Either he practicing his bachata or something like that. He just don't know what he want to do. Go ahead and hit it on the 14th. I mean the 15th. We're getting a little closer to Florida now. A little bit closer to South Carolina, North Carolina too. We're going to have to watch that because we just don't know which way this hurricane is going to take with the erratic track of these hurricanes this year. Let's go to the 16th. 16th is getting a little closer to North Carolina and South Carolina, man. We got to pay attention. It could be an impact to us. Let's go to the 17th, see exactly where this thing is going to go. This is the GFS right here that's telling us where this hurricane is going to go. Several other models out there. This is only just one model. We're going to pay attention to this one for now. 17th. 17th is telling us that this hurricane is going to go a little more towards the west. It's going to stay on the northeast trend, but kind of make a little westward bend. We're going to have to pay attention to that because that could send it out to sea. If we didn't have Irma putting that pressure on top of Jose, Jose would have been going out to sea a long time ago. This is the 18th right here. It's where it gets interesting. All right, the 18th, you can see it right on top of Jersey, New York, D.C., all those areas up there in the northeast, man. We got to make sure they know about this video or that they know about this Hurricane Jose situation because it could be bad. You can see right on the 19th, man. It's right on top of New York. So we just got to make sure we pay attention to that, all right? But on the 20th is where it gets even crazy. It kind of loops back out on the 20th. Makes its way out to sea. But it makes its way south. And hurricanes don't usually go south. Like, I've never seen a hurricane go south once it went this far north. So this is a crazy season right here. And on the 22nd, you can see it kind of making its way back towards warmer water. So is it a possibility that we see this hurricane strengthen again, reach all the way down here where it originally started and make its track back up again? We'll see. We're just going to have to watch it and pay attention to it. All right, we're getting towards the end of the video. Got one more topic to cover for y'all, man. I didn't expect to be covering a topic so serious, so subtly, but when bad things happen, good people got to step up where they may. And also, I believe that when bad things happen and good people don't step up, nothing gets changed. And also, if bad things happen and good people don't pay attention, and nothing gets done. So I'm going to go ahead and try to bring as much light to this video as possible, this circumstance as possible, and hopefully we can bring whoever to justice that need be brought to justice as soon as possible. This is Kenneka in the middle, the right, and on the left. All three photos. On the left is her going out. Other two are just random photos that were uploaded on the internet. Kenneka was found in the bottom of the Hotel Crown Plaza, and the freezer that you can see here, freezer looked just like that. This is the actual freezer she was found in. She was found in that on Saturday morning, man, at the Crown Plaza Hotel. Been to this hotel before. It's not about the hotel that you in. I wouldn't expect something like this to happen in a hotel, but it's not about the hotel that you in. Really, it's more so about the people that you keep around you. So keep that in mind. All right, Kenneka Jenkins was a 19-year-old girl found in Chicago over the weekend, man. This is Kenneka and her mother right here to the left. Kenneka Martin is the girl on the right. You can call her Kenneka Martin or Kenneka Jenkins, whatever one fits your boat. Her mother's name is Mrs. Martin. Her mother, Mrs. Martin, says that Kenneka left at about 11:30 that night to try to go to one of her friends' gatherings. She did make it to one of her friends' gatherings, but when she made it to her friend's gathering, something apparently went terribly wrong because she ends up dead by the end of the night. So her mom is saying that she left to go to one of her friends' gatherings. At the same time, the news is saying that Kenneka went out just to go celebrate because she got a new job and she wanted to celebrate getting a new job at a nursing home. But also, if you pull up a Facebook Live video, a girl that was at the party named Monifa had a girl's birthday named Irene that was going on as well. So Irene was in the building, as well as Kenneka, as well as Monifa, a couple names, and also Miss Martin. She wasn't there. That's another name you need to keep up with, though. All right, so according to her mother, Kenneka left at about 11:30 Friday night to attend the gathering. Now, this gathering was supposed to take place at the Crown Plaza Hotel. You can see that hotel right here. This is a very nice hotel, man. Very tall hotel, very big hotel. So tall, you're probably going to need an elevator to get to where you got to go. So on the way up to the room in the elevator, these girls filmed a little video of them in the elevator, doing what girls do, turning up, having fun, getting the mood right before they go up to the room. That's Kenneka to the right, Shemaya in the middle. And Kenneka does not have a purse or anything like that on her. Keep that in mind. Remember, no purse. That's Shemaya in the middle. Look like Kenneka got her phone, maybe some keys, but I don't see a purse, do you? Don't know who the girl on the left is. Gonna pause that video right there and go ahead to the next image real quick. Pause that like I said. Alright, going to the next image real quick. Let's see what we got. Oh, we got Irene, the ugly troll girl with the orange hair that everybody's talking about. I really don't like this girl simply because I think she has something to do with the murder. She acting a real suspect, kind of sneaky acting and looking in the video. You can check it out yourself. And also, because she remind me of this girl that tried to stab me in 06. That right there, Shemaya. You can't miss that nose from anywhere. It's only two noses like that, and that's Jay-Z's and Shemaya's. Remember that? That's her right there in the middle. You see that nose? Unmistakable. Alright, it's one of the last times you're going to see Kenneka Jenkins on video. This not Kenneka Jenkins in front of you, just somebody that was in the hotel. I got the video on pause. I'm going to keep playing it in a second. You can see Kenneka. She's going to get off the bed, kind of. She leaning on the bed, and she's going to walk back towards the wall. She's going to walk backwards behind that guy in a white beanie. And she walks kind of fine, man. She doesn't look like she's, like, stumbling or nothing like that. She doesn't look like she's inebriated, as the police say. So is she as drunk as the police say? Can she hold herself up? I think she can, but you be the judge of that. Watch this video. This is like 3 o'clock in the morning, by the way. And they reported to her mom that she was missing around 4:30. That's Kenneka leaning on the bed right there in the jeans. She backing up behind that guy in the white beanie. Definitely don't look that faded, man. She look like she got a little bit of buzz, but she don't look like she inebriated, like the cops say. Completely contradicting what the police are telling us, man. The police are telling us she was so inebriated that she could barely stand up, but that she somehow let herself into this freezer right here. You telling me that she opened this big-ass door, that little girl weighing only 100 pounds, opened this big-ass door and let herself into this freezer? I don't think that to be true. One more thing about this freezer, man. This freezer right here is an out-of-the-way location. They telling me that it's in a remodeling area of the hotel. You're not going to find it unless you're looking for it, unless you already know it's there, basically. So something's going on with that. This freezer is out of the way, and nobody should be just randomly finding it. So the fact that they're saying Kenneka just walked in here by herself, I don't believe that. They also telling me that somebody in the hotel room party that actually worked at the hotel. So one of those employees possibly knew what this freezer was, or most definitely knew what this freezer was, and possibly led somebody to where this freezer was, whether it be Kenneka, whether it be the murder of Kenneka, or whether it be the employee herself that got down to the freezer with Kenneka and put Kenneka inside of there. But I don't think that happened. But it had to be somewhat of an inside job to be able to dodge all these cameras and whatnot, and especially get up there and edit that video that we was talking about in the surveillance camera right here around this freezer. And they said that the video was shown to be missing a few parts. So that's also another thing that's really spooky about this situation, man. And they said the freezer wasn't even on at the time. They said the freezer was somehow cut on early Saturday morning, but it wasn't on anytime Friday, any other time, because this area is in remodeling right now, so nobody's using this freezer. So this freezer cut on by itself somehow. We got to figure out how this freezer cut on, because whoever cut this freezer on is likely the person that killed Kenneka. Alright, this is Kenneka's mom right here. We're going to touch on Kenneka's mom real quick before we get out of here for the night. I know it's supposed to be a day video, end up turning into a night video. Like I said, I had to go and handle a couple of things. We're going to go ahead and finish it up now. This is Kenneka's mom right here, giving a press conference. First off, my condolences to you. Going through a very tough time. You're a very brave woman going up here and speaking the way you did. But come on now, you should have had a better choice about your outfit selection, because it's completely terrible. You look like you're about to go to a Christmas party from the 1980s, and you got this dude behind you all over you, putting all his body weight on you, breath probably stinking, stuff like that, looking like he fresh out of city trends. You need to hand him a collared shirt as soon as possible. A collared shirt. Please hand him a collared shirt immediately. And you got a fitted cap with no logo on, man. You got to at least match the presentation of your woman. When you come out to an event like this, you got to know how to dress. You got to come correct. Can't let your woman come out looking classy, come out looking like you fresh off the block. I know the Chicago and everything, but you got to do better than that, bro. Alright, we're going to stay on Miss Martin, Kenneka's mom, for a little bit longer. Miss Martin, come on now. What are you thinking letting your daughter out of the house at 12 o'clock at night in the streets of Chicago, man? If I had a daughter, she'd definitely be in the house with me at 12 o'clock at night. I wouldn't let her out of the house without me unless she had 3 ninjas, an ex-marine, a pack of pit bulls, and probably a Draco just to protect her while I'm not there. I blame you for this situation, man, because you should have had your daughter right there with you, learning from you, trying to do the things you do. Hopefully you set a good example for her, not out wearing the outfits that she was at that time of night. It's just crazy, man. I can't believe you let your daughter do that. Now she's going to the other side. Luckily, she probably with Jesus because she looked like a good person. But that still could have all been prevented, man. She could still be here to this day, making little duck faces with you and stuff like that, if you would have just told her to stay home, man. Sometimes you got to tell your kids to stay home. You always got to tell your kids, yeah, you can go out. Just tell them to stay home, do some other stuff with you. Come up with a family event that y'all can do together sometimes. Let them realize that they don't always got to be on the street to have fun, that sometimes they can have fun right in the house and don't got to go nowhere to do it. Miss Martin was informed of her daughter's disappearance late Friday and early Saturday morning. Her friends called her mom and told her, hey, we can't find Nika. Their mom, of course, raised questions and wanted to know what happened to their daughter. Her friend said, of course, Nika was really drunk, so we had to kick her out of the hotel room. Kick her out of the hotel room? What do you mean? They said we had to kick her out of the hotel room because she was really drunk. So we took her outside, and she told us that she needed her keys in her purse. So we went back inside to get her keys in her purse, but by the time we came back outside, she was gone. So Miss Martin, being the concerned parent that she was, went ahead and went down to the hotel herself to try to find some answers, man. She didn't find any answers, unfortunately, because the hotel staff was very rude and very unhelpful when she went down there. So she went back to the house, tried to wait it out for a little bit, tried to see if her daughter would come home, wait for a phone call, a text message, anything from her daughter. But unfortunately, that phone call never came. What did come was so shocking that I had to share this last part with you. Her friends show up, not in the Uber, not in the Lyft, but in Kenneka's vehicle. Alright, I'm gonna leave it on this end right here, man. Such a beautiful young girl, did not have to die how she did. R.I.P. Kenneka Jenkins Martin. We definitely gonna miss you. People in Chicago gonna miss you to the fullest. I see you got that pretty smile, man. You got so much energy left in your smile. It's crazy. We definitely gonna miss you. A beautiful girl that died way too soon. We're gonna go ahead and run the rest of this video. I want you to hit the comment section. Let me know what you think about it, man. Do you think the hotel staff killed Kenneka? Do you think somebody in the hotel party killed Kenneka, one of the dudes? Or do you think one of her friends had Kenneka set up? Do you think one of the people that worked at the hotel, like people that was at the hotel party, helped put Kenneka inside that freezer? Let me know that. Also, man, what do you think about Hurricane Jose? Where do you think it's gonna go at the end of the day? But I'm gonna go ahead and run this video, man, because I'm tired of talking. Couple more images I'm gonna show you real quick. We're already past that. Past that too, my bad. End of the night, going crazy. There you go. Couple more comments of what people saying online about it. And this is people that was actually in the hotel party too. It's not just some random people talking. I'm ending kind of quick, man, because I know I'm running out of time. Just pause it if you want to take the time to read it, alright? Alright, so I'm going to leave it on that note. Rest in peace, Kenneka, man. We're going to miss you, definitely. And like I say always, no fear, be safe, stay woke. I'm out.